Okay, everybody, this is gonna be my first dig at somewhat of like a review. Can't necessarily say I could do reviews yet. I don't have enough experience in that just yet. I'll get around to that at some point. So I'm just gonna give you guys my take, what I like and what I dislike about Mortal Shell. It's a great game by all means. I had lots of fun when I was playing it. Got to New Game Plus. Did a few of those bosses. But I had my fun in there as much as I can. Now, let's start off with the good takes about it. If you guys like the Dark Souls formula type deal, the games that are like that, then yeah, by all means, get it. It fits that perfectly, and they put in kind of enough to feel like a brand new take on like the Dark Souls with the hardening and stuff like that. But it feels more of a Dark Souls light. You have a lot of get out of jail free cards with that, like the hardening. The hardening is such a lifesaver in certain situations. The pairing is nice. The pairing has a lot of leeway as well. Unlike the Dark Souls parrying, it has a large window. And the different shells that you get, it's like having different builds. I'm gonna be comparing it to Dark Souls a lot, because that's kind of the run of the mill, so to speak. Now, anyways, the different shells you get, it's like different builds that you would have in Dark Souls. You got one that has extremely high HP, which I like because that's kind of the tanky spiel deal of the game. You have one that has really low HP but really high stamina that you could just go all in, dodging all over the place. You have one that's like in the middle ground that has good stamina, good HP, and all that good stuff. And it has really high resolve, which is the ability that you can parry and do your weapon arts. Pretty much. And then they have another one that falls in the middle ground, but that one's more based on the whole hardening type thing. And Clyde's awake. But one of the things I did not like is that the AI was kind of dumb, and you can cheese almost every single NPC once you get the hang of it, but that's just the name of the game. Once you learn all their stuff, you can cheese as much as you want, but they would get stuck on so many things. It was ridiculous. So it just made everything easier. And then you get certain situations where that they would get to a spot where you can't reach, and they would just shoot arrows at you if they were arrows. So that's kind of the big thing that I didn't really care for, was that they would get stuck on things. You would get stuck on weird things as well. Now, the weapons, there isn't as much weapons as I would like in this type of games, but it's a small game. There's only a few areas you can go to. But hammer and pick were my favorite. You have a long sword, and then a great sword, and then like a staff hammer type thing. Each of them have their own little deal. Like the hammer and pick, I believe, was poison. The long sword was kind of the neutral. It's like the first weapon you get. The great sword, on the other hand, was ice. And the staff hammer was fire. You can upgrade these each 2 times, and then of course increase the damage. But that goes to another point that I did not really care for. What on the first playthrough, if you upgrade it, stick to one weapon and upgrade that one fully, the rest of the game was real easy. Unless you get into New Game Plus, Then it became more difficult because you get to upgrade it again. It goes to 10 this time instead of the last time. So it's just another level on top of that one as you upgrade the weapon. Which then, once you do that, everything becomes a lot easier again. Everything hits harder, has more HP. You know, the normal difficulty increase for New Game Plus. Anyways, I had lots of fun with the Hammer and Pig. It was my favorite. You all know me. I love the dual wield. But another big complaint is that once I hit that point, everything was just too easy. Bosses felt like just elite mobs. There's only one real boss fight for me, and that was the very last one. The run you see me now is the Tombs, where you get the Ice Great Sword. And I'm gonna let the video play out towards the end so you can see what I mean for the very last one, or you can just check out what I meant from the first boss. I just kind of just zug-zugged. He went down. It gets pretty easy. So that was real unfortunate. I didn't really use too many items. I was playing with the items just to use them to get familiar. I like the familiar item thing that they did. That was pretty neat. Little neat take on it. And what else? The different skills you can get for each of the guy was cool, and it also unlocked the lore for each of the shells that you got, unlocked new memories, and stuff like that. That was a nice little touch. That was a nice little touch. Now, there was something else. What was it? What was it? I've talked about the harden already. The combat itself felt as it should. That Dark Souls feel where you have your dedicated attacks. Oh, the Great Sword. Now, unfortunately, for me, the Great Sword was just a no-go. It did not feel like it hit as hard as it should for being so slow. Unfortunately. The heavy hit on the hammer and pick hit almost just as hard as normal and heavy hits on the greatsword. I might be mistaken, but that's kind of what it felt like. It was real unfortunate. Now, some of the enemies that they did in this game too were pretty interesting. Like in the fireplace, you have certain enemies that catch you on fire. The fire hurts, and then you have ones in the tombs, like these guys that you just saw chuck his head at me when he gets close to dying. And he releases a smoke cloud. That caught me by surprise the very first time I came across them. So it's nice to be surprised, but a lot of the enemies, I wouldn't say are recycled. Each zone has their own unique. Well, no, each zone has their own unique type of enemies, except for the barbarians. What are they? The bandits and the fireplace. The little guys are the same as the normal ones you come across. But all the wraiths, actually, all the wraiths enemies, they were all the exact same, just different elements, which was unfortunate. But all the bigger guys, they were all had their own unique spots. So that was another thing that was pretty cool. And the game is small, like I said before, which kind of sucked. But it does have some replay value in it per se. I wouldn't say, for me, I would go to New Game Plus. I would probably just do it one more time just to get that actual challenge, because the first run is not challenging at all, which is real unfortunate. As you can see, I'm just breezing through it. So that's very unfortunate. Now, one last thing before I just let the run go. Yes, if you like Dark Souls games, any of the third-person hack and slash, Monster Hunter, Dauntless, Dark Souls, any of the Dark Souls, Sekiro, any of the games like that, you enjoy those type of games, then yes, I would say this is a good game to get. If you are looking to get an introduction into those type of games, then this one might be up your alley as well. It's kind of like a Dark Souls light. There's a lot of get out of free cards with the hardening, the parries, the rolls, the hyper armor when you do your abilities. I think there's only one instance that I got hit out of it, but I think that might have just been a fluke. But for an introduction to these series, yes. If you're a Dark Souls fan or any of those type of games, yes. If you don't fall into those categories, I don't know if this game is going to be up your alley, but I might as well just try if anything. But I hope you guys enjoy. Just like Clyde. Well, he kind of just covered everything there. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below if you have anything to add or wish to ask me anything. Happy to answer. Have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the fight. I'll let it play out to the last boss in this area, and that'll be it. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care and have a good one. Makes these old bones feel better. Climbing through the hole. Climbing through the hole. Alright. Usually they die. Wasn't expecting it to live. Oh, I just wanted a big circle. Another hole. That's a trap. Floor's gonna sink in. Oh. Never mind. More papers. I still have barely used any of those items. I need to use more so I can familiarize myself. Hey. I was actually expecting those to break upon hitting. Those the souls of the dead.
Do you feel them? The enshrined wait, watching the Immaculate for thousands of years. They will not stir until the Ascension. They wait for her to deliver them.
Huh?
Here, drink fully, warm your bones.
That was a chonky one.
Sip this.
This is the only one that I'm missing. I've gotten almost every single one of these except for this one. So I'm gonna walk over here, I'm gonna touch this, you're gonna come alive, and I gotta kill you. Well, what's with the giant, though? Am I gonna actually drink it, though? Am I gonna fall through the ice? Am I gonna freeze? I'm gonna drink it. That blood? And he's gone. Passed out. That sword bow. Oh, you're going invisible. That's cold. Oh, snap. Oh! Ow. Ah. your torso like Torgan. Ow. Snap, crackle, and pop. Ow. I want that sword. I know, it's straight up ice skating. I'll take that. Thank you.